Yeah, the Husky position is such a critical spot for us because you're really asking a guy with a dynamic skill set, right, to do a lot of different things. He's got to play man, he's got to play zone, he's got to be able to rush off the edge, he's got to be able to fit in the box from time to time. And so there's a lot of things at play there, but I've been really pleased, with a number of those guys so far. I think Devontae Smith has done a really good job. Red Morgan has really impressed me. I think Red, it's always fun to watch freshmen from where they were in the spring to, where they're headed and that jump that they make in through the summertime. I think he's probably made a huge jump in that regard. And then I've been pleased with some of the things I've seen from Kane Wommack as well. Coming from another institution, learning all the things that he needed to learn. He's really taken that extra step in the summertime here to be able to do that, so that he can go execute it, at the level that we need him to.
When you have a lot of new guys in the secondary, you try to cross train them at Husky, or just have them focus on?
No, it's a good question. I mean, you nowadays you really see this in the NFL, right? I mean, heck, Brian Branch is a great example of that. I mean, people are really trying to get a nickel, right, a Husky nickel type player, down in and down out, and you almost have to recruit or draft to that position specifically. But I think same way in the NFL, probably even more so than us, right? You always have to have the next best guy out of that room, right, that can step in anywhere. So if it's at the Husky position, if it's at the rover, safety, field, or boundary, whatever it may be, you've got to have crossover work out of that whole safety room.
You mentioned having maybe 3 starters at the inside linebacker position. Is there any way that you think you could see all 3 of those guys, Lawson, Campbell, and Jefferson, on the field at the same time as packages?
I think there's, I think when you look at that position, right, you got to find ways to get people like that on the field, right? We have 3 starter type players, right? And so, we're always going to look at packages and ways that we can say, okay, when they come out in this personnel grouping, we'd love to find a way to get these guys out there on the field. We are a 5 defensive back defense, right? And so for us, right, that's not going to change. That's who we are. That's what we're going to do. But at the same time, right, finding creative ways, maybe in some sub packages, to be able to get them out there would be great. And that'll be more of a game plan thing, week to week.
What have you seen out of Quay so far?
I think Quay has taken such a leap from playing, out of high school. We played the inside linebacker position to now, playing the outside linebacker position in a new system this spring. I think he's made a huge jump in just the confidence level that he's playing with right now. And so when you look at him, I just think he's starting to produce and make a lot more plays because he has confidence in what he's doing. Physically, I mean, we use the term freak around here, right? But when you talk about him, I mean, that guy is truly freaky in terms of his strength and athleticism and speed. And so, he is starting to play with that confidence that we need out of that position.
Talk about that summer jump that freshmen can have.
Yeah.
How have you seen that from Zaven Browns and spring to now?
Well, Zabian was so impressive to me coming right off the jump. I mean, to walk out of high school early, right, as a mid-year enrollee, and then to be able to play the way that he has been playing from the springtime. What I've been most impressed with him is when he makes a mistake, he gets it corrected, and I can't think of a time where I saw him make the next mistake again, that same mistake, So it's been impressive, the level that he's been able to do with that. Again, I think, I think I'm maybe overusing the word confidence here, but that's really what it comes down to with all these guys, right? Having confidence in our system, having confidence in themselves as a younger player going through spring ball and realizing I can do this at a high level and I can come play here. And I think that's what you're seeing from Zabian.
We saw him do pretty much everything today. We had the club. Can he still do team drills and all that?
Yeah, he's limited. He's on a bit of a pitch count and stuff right now, but we expect him to be fully back and going in the next couple of days here. So,
Coach, we all know about the transition from South Alabama here, and of course, you take a defense coordinator job at Alabama. It's no secret. But since you've been here for months now, what stood out to you that you didn't expect? Is there maybe facility players, people, defense? What really stood out that now that you're a few months in?
well, I think. I had never spent time in Tuscaloosa. I mean, other than coming in for a game, right, going to the stadium and unfortunately getting my butt whooped and going home, right? So it'll be nice to be on the other sideline moving forward. But I think, the town is beautiful. I didn't realize, right, all the water that's around here, and you got the river and you got Lake Tuscaloosa. All that stuff is really nice. I think one of the things that I didn't expect and didn't realize is how giving Coach